Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long boys blues, 1975. A YouTuber is on the rise. Reviewing games, and sometimes friends. But Long boys blues, 1975.
YouTube, Lawn Boys Post 1975, and welcome to another Fat Friday video, a series of videos where I take a look at some of the more interesting things you can find to eat in the high street. Are we done? Driving me up the wall. Anyway, what do I have to eat this week? Something a little bit different, and by something a little bit different, something I haven't had in absolutely ages. It's been yonks since I've had a high street curry. It's been yonks since I've had a chicken vindaloo. Anyone who's watched this series of videos or knows me in general will know that vindaloo is my gone, so's a tap, mouth's gone, Pavlov's dog's dying already. But it's because chicken vindaloo is my favourite curry in the whole world. I love and adore it. And to be fair, we're quite spoiled when it comes to supermarkets in the quality of their vindaloo. First of all, before anyone says, I am aware that the only way to get a true vindaloo, and if you want the proper curry house banging experience and the heat, then you have to go to a curry house, which I have done a video in this series where I get one from Alibaba's, but I will never go back to Alibaba's because their customer service is fucking appalling. Anyway, I do intend to get a fowl from a curry house at some point, but I'm just lazy. What can I say? Primarily, this series of videos is based on shit you can find to eat in the high street. Anyway, vindaloos that I have had. I have had Iceland's original 5 chili rated vindaloo, which was alright. Then it disappeared and it came back to their new and improved chicken vindaloo that was a 5 chili rating, and it was alright. Both cases certainly wasn't a 5-star curry. Then I had the Alibaba's one, which was absolutely banging because it's a curry as you would expect it. Their customer service may be shite, but their curries were indeed excellent. I haven't made videos on them because I'd had them before I made this series of videos, but as does vindaloo in a tin. I know, don't let that put you off. Tinned vindaloo, which is only a 4 chili rating, which was hotter than Iceland's 5 chili rating vindaloo, was absolutely banging. And the best supermarket vindaloo, Tesco's is shit, Sainsbury's is shit, but the best high street vindaloo is actually Asda. If you go to Asda and you go to their chilled section, in the ready meal section, they have a whole bunch of curries, and they're expensive. They're like £3 a pop, but they are really decent. The lamb rogan josh one is pretty good. That's my second favourite curry, in case anyone wants to buy me one. But their vindaloo, which is a 5 chili rating, is absolutely banging. So, on my travels, on my way back from my job interview, which we won't talk about in this video, but might do in an upcoming video because shit just got exciting. Might be a day walker again, and not a day sleeper. Anyway, I went to Heron Foods, and Heron Foods is, I talked about it before, I think last week, to be fair. Well, in fact, it's where I got those chicken wings. Is basically, it's in the old Peacock's building, which means nothing to anyone unless they're from around my neck of the woods. But basically, yeah, it's a budget supermarket with a whole bunch of brands that you probably wouldn't see in other supermarkets, but I love shit like that. Decent freezer section, decent chilled section, but everything else is stuff, yeah, unique stuff, interesting stuff. Thoroughly recommend it. Now, I normally check out their chicken and stuff like that, but I walked around the back of those to check out the other freezers and went, why have I never done this before? They've got a curry section. I like curry. Who doesn't like curry? If you don't like... Robert likes curry. Robert says hello. Hello. If you don't like curry, something fucking wrong with you, isn't it? And by the way, korma doesn't count as a curry. Korma is a fucking dessert. To be perfectly honest, tikka masala is basically a fucking dessert. Unless it's 3 chili rating or above, there ain't no point. Also, I do like a madras and I do like a jalfrezi. Plus the word jalfrezi rolls off the tongue. Anyhow, I was in there and I was walking along, I looked down and they had a bunch of curries and I thought, I can't see vindaloo. So I rummaged around and there was literally one vindaloo left in there, otherwise known as fate, and I picked it up. I have the receipt. Kept the receipt, look at me. £2. £2, and it is 350 grams, which is about right for one of these curries. And they've nicked the idea from, well, Iceland, so they've made it slimline and kind of, so it looks like, you know, curry in presentation, even though obviously we have to cook it in this slimline, you know, type of packaging. But I picked it up and it's made by Indian Essence. Never heard of them. Microwave from frozen in 8 minutes. If you ever buy a curry, I'm not saying it's going to be gourmet as good as a curry house, but if you buy a frozen curry, do not microwave it. It turns the chicken into literal rubber. Do it in the oven, which is preheated. Are we preheated? Preheated 180 degrees Celsius, for we care not for the Fahrenheit. I have not checked the cooking instructions, but from my experience and memory of cooking curries, I got a fiver that says it's 180 degrees Celsius. But anyway, chicken vindaloo. Two things drew my attention to this. Well, three. The first obvious one is it's fucking vindaloo. But the other one was spicy hot curry. Can't be chucking around words like that, mate. I'll be the judge of it, obviously, but can't be chucking around words like that and not backing it up, you know, with a bit of horsepower. And then underneath it says cooked chicken breast pieces in a hot curry sauce with onions. Extra hot. Now, where it says extra hot, it also only has 4 chili ratings. A vindaloo should be a 5 chili rating minimum. I went in Farm Foods the other day and they had vindaloos in there that were 3 chili. Now, I generally don't get out of bed for anything less than 3 chili, but I ain't touching a fucking vindaloo that's only a 3 chili rating. That's pointless. And also, Sharwood's have, in the ingredients section of the supermarkets, they have like a curry paste, as does Asda, and both of their vindaloos were also 3 chili rating, which was like, it's a vindaloo for fuck's sake, especially when as your vindaloos are 5 and 4 chili rating outside of your paste to make a vindaloo. World's gone crazy. World's gone crazy. Right. Ingredients: water, cooked chicken, 20%. Bit pants in it really, but it was £2. Chicken breast, tapioca starch, salt, red onion, tomato paste, white wine vinegar, red chili puree, rapeseed oil, garlic puree, chili powder, spices, blah, 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 blah. Doesn't sound particularly hot. Chili puree, red chili powder, and spices. So that's a bit pants. Well, anyway, I can't really say pants at the moment because we haven't tried it, have we? So anyway, cooking instructions for vessel, blah, 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 cook and frozen. Yeah. Microwave, you can fuck off. 25 minutes. 200 degrees Celsius, 180 degrees fan, remove from oven, stir around shit, you know, got to keep the top on it, and then put back in for 15 minutes. So it cooks exactly the same as any other Iceland curry, except it's not Iceland. So, anyhow, looking forward to this though. I am looking forward to it. I haven't had a vindaloo in yonkers. What am I going to have with it? I was taking a chance here because when I came back from giving my mate a driving lesson today, I thought, shit, I don't know if I got any rice. But I usually have a bit of backup rice going on. So I have Ben's. When did Uncle Ben's become Ben? Did Uncle Ben being an uncle offend some fucking bluehead lambware? Because this is why they changed these names. It's no longer relevant. It upsets someone. So yeah, when did fucking Uncle Ben's become Ben's? I want it to be Uncle Ben's. I grew up with Uncle Ben's. Why did it become Ben's? Did it offend someone? Guarantee it did. Anyway, spicy Mexican, 1.5 chili rating. This shit is still £1 a bag. I'm quite impressed with that. But best one of these is the 3 chili rating, hot and spicy. Hot and spicy chili rice. So yeah, but at a pinch, we have nothing else. So we're going to go with that. Do I have anything in crisp corner? As you know, I take my lunch at 3:15 in the morning when I start 3:15 in the morning when I start work at 9:30. I was going to flip it around the other way then. So I need something to get me through, you know, that uphill, you know, distance before I eat. And, which we might not be doing any longer. Exciting times. 2 bags I have this week. I was over Stapleton Road, means nothing to you, but it's on the other side of Bristol, when I was giving this guy a driving lesson. And they had a whole bunch of like import shops. There was an American import sweet shop, and they wanted for crisps, import crisps, shit like this. They wanted $5.99 a bag. Then I went bollocks to that, straight over the road into an Eastern European import shop where they wanted same crisp, $1.99. So I picked up Lay's iconic restaurant flavors, KFC original chicken. I'm wondering if these are going to be. I may have shot myself in the foot. $1.99. Going to be exactly the same as the Walker's KFC crisps they did a while back. Oh well, we live, we learn. Still technically something new. And then I found Cheetos Spirals cheese with ketchup. They're not hot in any way whatsoever, but you don't get them in this country. I like cheese, I like ketchup. But also, all the Cheeto stuff I've had, like the ones I had last week, these sweet chili ones, they were banging. But all the Cheetos crisps I've had so far to date, I've all had absolutely banging form. Anyhow, do I have something new in Eddie's Bar? It's me. Of course I have something new in Eddie's Bar, so let's take a look. I'm such a dumbass. Before I take a look at Eddie's Bar, and obviously we're going to talk about the weather, I thought I may as well bang my curry in and knock a bit of the time off. So stopwatch, Bosch, 25 minutes, which brings it to 20 past 4, which is perfect nom nom times. I don't pierce these anymore, I just lift them up slightly at each end, and I'll bang it on a baking tray, and I'll bang it in the oven, because don't be, and I know for the majority of these curry videos I do, I actually try and take it out the oven by my hand, which is just fucking retarded. So don't be doing that shit. Bang it on a baking tray. I can't see fuck all now. Anyhow, let's have a look at Eddie's Bar. Welcome to Eddie's Bar. Normal rules have applied. Anything I've added recently, I've had to power through another 2 with a couple of bags of nuggets, because it's important to keep Eddie's Bar from rapidly overtaking the house again. But what did I buy this week? I bought from, it was £1.25, and it was also from Heron Foods, and it's bacon salt. So yeah, basically I looked at the packaging and just went, bacon salt. I'm all over that, because mainly I can use it in this bad boy, which I'm still doing stuff with. I'm making it and seasoning sausage rolls and stuff like that, because it's all about dry seasoning, believe it or not. If you get one of these machines and want to make your own sausage rolls, see my prior video. But yeah, all-purpose bacon and hickory flavour, blend of salt and spices. Have not tried it yet, hence the fact that it's still sealed. But like literally, again, this is what I meant when I said Heron Foods. They have kind of interesting shit and stuff like that in there. Never seen this anywhere else. I don't know if it's a really, really common thing and you've all seen it everywhere else, but I have not. Anyway, blast your palate, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, sold about that. It might be shit. If it's shit, I'll let you know in a future video. Anyway, let's take a look at the weather. So we're on the border of being October, which is normally where my spirits pick up immensely, because that's when it starts to cool down and sleeping becomes much easier for me. But it's about 20, it has rained today, and it did tank down a bit yesterday, and then the day after tomorrow it's going to tank down a bit as well. So it's, I like the rain, but yeah, it's about 21 degrees out there, so yeah, it's a bit warm, but I can live with it, especially since on the horizon is I might not be a day sleeper anymore. So, interesting things that have happened this week. Midweek, came home from work, watched the news in the morning. That was my first mistake. And the expansion plans for Bristol Airport have just been greenlit by local councillors. So what that basically means is they're going to be given the right to expand the number of flights they make, and also planning permission to build a full-size bus depot within the airport that will basically be as big as, if not bigger than, the bus centre or the bus depot downtown in the city centre. They will also be given the right to take the road, which is the busiest road in the West Country as it is, from 2 lanes to 4 lanes. Never mind the poor bastards such as us who live on it. And all this, and these people tried, well, only 2 councillors really tried to stop it. I guess the other ones were, got paid off. But they said, right, this means that the sheer amount of pollution you will create from the volume of traffic coming from all the other parts of the country, on already the busiest road in the West Country, but now we'll have 4 lanes, coupled with all the pollution from the planes and shit like that. This airport is essentially going to be as bad, or put out as much crap as the city of Bristol does. So, once again, right, here's my understanding, which is you tax the poor into fucking oblivion. You're telling us we have to have heat pump boilers, which cost a minimum of £8,000 to £15,000, depending upon the house that you live in, right? You want to ban oil boilers, which the majority of the country have if they don't have gas, or electricity and stuff like that, because it's all bad for the environment. You introduced this year clean air zone, which if your car wasn't compliant, you get build, what was it, £12.50 every time you go into it, which is the centre of Bristol. All this in the name of, fucking looking after the environment and the planet and shit. But then you just go ahead and tell Bristol Airport that they can do all of this shit. So what fucking side of the fence are you on? This is blatant fucking hypocrisy. All these fucking policies are constantly made up by rich people who aren't affected by these decisions because their money influences, rich politicians insulates them from these decisions. It's only the poor who ever fucking has to suffer or fucking, have the fallout from climate change. Basically go and live in a fucking cave while I sit at the top of the fucking mountain eating cake. It's bollocks. And this just proves it. So you've greenlit the airport to do all this environmental damage. Get rid of the fucking green zone in Bristol City Centre then, because it's not going to offset fuck all. Anything you make the public do now is not going to offset fuck all. And I couldn't give a shit about this plan for Bristol Airport to build 100,000 fucking trees or whatever it is, plant on the other side of the planet because that offsets its carbon. No, it doesn't, because I still have to breathe it in. So, yeah, fucking pisses me off. You're going to hammer the poor again, stupid fucking congestion charge, shit in the centre. But this week you told Bristol Airport they can fucking expand their airports, 4-lane Bristol, the A38, and build themselves a full-size fucking bus depot. What a load of hypocritical bollocks. Anyway, I'll shut up now, because, yeah, I'm going to try this bad boy. Anyway, so what time we got now? Hey, that killed 6 minutes. I can live with that. So, we're just coming up to 25 minutes. It is, in fact, 20 past 4. I'm absolutely starving. If I keep going any longer, I'm going to end up accidentally digesting Robert. Anyhow, smell in the room. Smell in the room. I'm not going to lie. 25 minutes, we've still got 15 minutes to go, but it's safe to say I am still dying, over halfway, but there's a smell of curry in the room, but it's certainly not a smell I associate with Vindaloo. I don't want to talk it down before I try it. After all, it does say it's a 4 chili rating, but as you know, Vindaloo is the second strongest curry in the world. My eyes... There's a bit of vapour going on in here, actually. There is a bit of vapour. Anyhow, let's get this bad boy out and give it a stir and then bang it in for the final 15 minutes. But yeah, the smell is a little bit disappointing, but there is obviously some sort of curry vapour going on because my eyes are feeling it. So all might not be lost. Right. Can he get away with it? I think I got away with it. Right. Actually, now, obviously, this oven has a working seal on it, but I can smell it once I opened it. But it still doesn't smell super, super, super hot. I don't like it when that happens. When the chicken, all that, I may as well leave that gone because obviously it's going to dry it out. It does smell, and again, as you can see when I'm stirring it here, yeah, there's still frozen elements in it. But yeah, I'm getting more of a Vindaloo smell now. Whew, getting a bit worried then. First Vindaloo and absolutely yonkers. I want it to be a banging one. I'm just curious, could I fit this in the air fryer? I don't think so. Oh, that's a bummer. Has anyone done a curry in an air fryer? I'm just curious as to whether or not it would work, because then I could probably half the time it takes to do it. And I'm just curious as to how it comes up in the air fryer, because everything else is absolutely banging. So we have 15 minutes, which means basically a pinch before 22. So yeah, there's definitely more smell of it, but I'm not going to lie, I have smell, and I mean supermarket Vindaloos here. Woo! Even Iceland's far stronger Vindaloos. Right. Oh yeah, I bought Hancock from charity shop for £1. Win. You don't know who Hancock is, you need to sort your fucking life out. Right, so 15 more minutes. Okay, panic aside, at least until I try eating it, because we're coming up to 40 minutes. And there's a lot more smell of what I would associate with not just a strong-ish curry, but a Vindaloo. Right, so reset that. So we're going to take it out. According to the box, we leave it to reform its rigidity or whatever, which means I've got to bang this bad boy in the microwave. So we do these. I shouldn't have reset that, should I? Do these for 2 minutes. I believe that's what Uncle Ben says, because, oh, damn it, I'm still calling him fucking Uncle Ben. It's like a family member to me, at least. 2 minutes, 700-watt microwave. Right, so let's get this bad boy out the oven. That's a particularly attractive and healthy noise coming from the microwave, isn't it? Can I get away with it? Yes, I think I can. Look at that. Smells banging, actually. Smells banging. Almost burnt myself there, which wouldn't be banging. Right, we're going to put that there for the moment. You can go in char, and you can go off char. Turn it the right way, Dave. Turn it the right way. Where's my fork? What does that smell like? Well, it smells like a Vindaloo. Oh my god, my mouth has gone. Has it regained its rigidity? No. I don't learn, do I? Fuck it. No, I'm going to let you, yeah, form back up, because I don't want a 3rd degree burn. Okay, so we've just gone over 2 minutes, so reset that. Bosh, bosh, bosh. Now, this smells banging. This smells absolutely banging. But obviously, I am dying here. I have had this before. Should be nice and broken up. Like I said, this is a 1.5 chili rating. Will you feel heat from it? I don't feel heat from it. I don't know. Right, so anyway. Didn't break it up enough. Not to worry. Not to... Not to worry. Right. Now, I remember that Tootie UK always find it funny. I don't know why. I've done this since I was a kid, right? Whenever I have curry, I think it's probably because my parents did it. So therefore, I just did it, which is to stop it fucking off the plate. I'm not saying I invented this technique. In fact, I'm not saying the other people even use this technique. But make a big hole in the middle, char, and then tip the curry into it. Right. Put you aside. Made my own napkins, as you know, it's therapeutic. I believe that's regained its rigidity. Right, so look at that. It's the right colour. And there's a decent amount of chicken in there. This is on a slant, which obviously, or sorry, this is on a slant, which obviously isn't helping. That smells banging now, actually. So maybe the reason it didn't smell very curry-y in here was because we have a working seal on our oven now. So look at that bad boy. I'm going to rinse the fork because I am going to try some of the rice without any curry flavour on it to see what it tastes like. So let's get into this bad boy. Obviously I will need a fire extinguisher of choice. Do I have, yes, knockoff supermarket Lilt Tropical Crush 0. So I'm in 2 minds. For chili rating, it is not super hot as you would expect it to be, and it does smell quite Vindaloo-y, but I'm not smelling hot. I'll tell you what is hot, that fucking plate on my hand. Anyway, let's try the 1.5 chili rated rice, Uncle Ben's rice, first. Spicy rice. There's an absolute minimum of a tickle in the back of my throat. Put it this way, I can tell, excuse me, pig, I'm not eating, well yeah, I can tell I'm not eating regular rice, because there is a little bit, I'll give it to it, for 1.5, there is a little bit of heat in that rice. Let's get a chunk of chicken. As I said, if you do this in the microwave, you will absolutely ruin the chicken. I'm not saying it's like fucking amazing quality free range chicken anyway, it's not. This is in a budget supermarket, you know, curry. But got some sauce on there, some curry juice if you will, 2 tears in a bucket, fuck it. Ooh. That cough's a good sign. Vindaloo. First of all, the taste is absolutely banging. Tastes like a good, solid Vindaloo. It's very, very rich, strong in taste. Then you get a little bit of creaminess, which you should get because there is coconut in it. And then you get the heat, and I've got the heat. I would say 4 chili ratings is about right. It's hit the back of my throat. The end of my tongue is tingling, as is the roof of my mouth and the back of my lips. And that was just for a little piece of chicken covered in sauce. So let's get a decent chunk of this. My mouth says to tap. That's banging. That's hit my chest. I have a little bit of heat in my chest. Building at the back of my throat. That's a decent Vindaloo. Right. It's not an Asda heat-wise Vindaloo. But for a 4 chili rating, do you know what? This is hotter than the 5 chili rating Iceland Vindaloo. Tongue's proper going. And it tastes better. It's richer and it's stronger. It's not the best Vindaloo I've ever had. That would still be Alibaba's. Then it would be Asda's. Then it would be this. Then it would be Iceland's. Then probably Asda's tin. But this, for a supermarket, I'm dying here. For a supermarket, my mouth just won't stop. For a supermarket Vindaloo, for £2, one that says it's only 4 chili rating. There's a lash going on back here now. That is absolutely fucking banging. Excuse me. Pig. Palate cleanse. Windy Pops. I'm very impressed with this. Would I have this again? I'd have this again in a heartbeat. Would I have this again if I could regularly get an Asda one? I would have this again actually because the Asda one's like £3. And this is £2. Sorry, Windy Pops. Excuse me. 350 grams, £3. Yeah, this is fantastic. I thoroughly, excuse me, pick. Recommend it. Is it nuclear hot? There's heat in it. There is definite heat in it, but it's not nuclear hot. But I am aware I'm eating it, and it's definitely up the top end in the heat spectrum for supermarket curries. But it just tastes so damn good. Gonna need the box. Definitely hotter. May only be a 4 chili rating. Should point here. 4 chili rating. Definitely hotter than Iceland's 5 chili rated chicken Vindaloo. Indian Essence chicken Vindaloo spicy hot curry. Extra hot. Honestly, banging. If you like curry, if you like Vindaloo, like I said, definite heat. I mean, if you're a Vindaloo connoisseur, then you won't have a problem with this. I'm not really having a problem with it. But it's probably the best, you know, supermarket Vindaloo. I can't get any extra shit on my fucking fork. Supermarket Vindaloo I've had in a very long time. I thoroughly recommend it, as does Robert. Anyhow, as always, my mouth is just a tap. I love to know what thing, especially if you've tried this one and you've got any other ones that you would recommend from a supermarket, especially from different stores like, you know, Heron Foods. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.